Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about all my projects, how I make money with them, and just a history of who I am and what I like to do. So it's going to be a more sitting down and talking video, but I think a lot of you guys will enjoy this since I've gotten a few comments on my videos about like how I'm able to do all this and where I got my money from and how they can do it too. So I hope you guys find this inspiring, and yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so hi, my name is Straub, and I've been doing YouTube here for now 2 years. And since then, I've owned a lot of projects and worked on a lot, and it's been insanely fun to share that with you guys. And if you haven't subscribed, I'm at 1,435 subscribers, so you might as well join the family. And yeah, so one day I saw somebody racing a go-kart through my neighborhood, and I didn't even know it was called a go-kart at the time. I was like, I want one of those. And I later found out that they were go-karts, and I got one for my birthday for $300, and I did what any kid wouldn't do, and I ended up selling it shortly after because I made $200 off of it. And since then, I've gained an addiction of wheeling and dealing. So back then, $200 was a lot for a kid my age, and by then I had already acquired my second go-kart too, and then it just evolved from there. So here are some photos. So right here is my first ever go-kart. I ended up selling that one and getting that one, and then it just kind of evolved into owning a whole bunch of go-karts because I got the system down where I had 2 go-karts, one that I had fixed and I could ride, and one I was working on. So then I would just keep flipping them. And then as I grew up, the projects just got bigger and more powerful and more fun. So here's me learning how to weld, my first welding project with horseshoes of my name. And then I went on to take on this little 4x5 foot trailer because I needed something to haul my projects back in then. So this size trailer was perfect for my go-karts. So after working on go-karts for a while, I moved to 4-wheelers. And this was my first ever 4-wheeler. It was a 1985 Yamaha Moto 4, which, if you know, was the first year they ever started making 4-wheelers. And this thing, when I bought it, it was a piece of junk, and here's the end result. I ended up painting it blue, and it looked really nice towards the end. I got it for $250 and ended up selling it for $1,100. So that was my first ever pretty big payday, and it was a pretty good feeling. So yeah, I've just worked on a whole bunch of cool projects. Like here's an electric golf cart that I had, along with here's another one, and I put this cool body kit on it, and I did seat covers and a black top. It just looked super sweet. I like motorcycles. They're fun to work on, and they're street legal, so that's cool. They're a little unsafe though, so be careful if you ever get motorcycles. And then here's a fun project when I needed to get my first ever truck. I bought this one from Copart for $4,000, and I fixed it up, and it looked beautiful. And there's me when I was painting stuff for that truck. Where's another photo? Here's my new truck that I rock now that everybody knows. There's more photos down below of my new truck. There and there. Here's me with my final go-kart, which is still sitting right here. Here's the finished stage of it. It looks real nice. But yeah, oh, here's my first ever vehicle. So that was even before this truck. I had a Jeep that I got for 2,000 bucks, and it was kind of a pile of junk. But then I turned it over and painted all the worn out pieces, put a nice new soft top on it that was black with tinted windows, and a whole bunch of cool lighting, and it was a sweet first car in high school. Then I have my Mustang. I've gone and driven a couple Lamborghinis at Extreme Experience. Some more 4-wheelers I've owned. Going the ride. More 4-wheelers I've owned. Here's my company I started called NSS, where I would sell truck decals and some truck mods. Now I sell some snowmobile kits and other fun things. So if you guys want, you could go check it out. It's always linked in my description. And another four-wheeler I owned, my new trailer I own, just a whole bunch of cool projects that I've done over the years. There's me and my Mustang for my senior photos, sliding across the hood. Yeah, here's my boat I own. That is a ongoing project that I have right now. I just threw a motor in it last fall. Spring's coming up, so we're gonna start working on that again. And then we come up here, another photo of my truck when it was in Wyoming. We went off-roading with it. It was really sweet. Here's a photo of it afterwards. I brought my little pit bike up there too, and it was covered in mud, but that was such a fun time. I love going on road trips with my truck. So here is my first jet ski I owned. It was like a 1994 Sea-Doo. That thing was fun. And then I had this Kawasaki I found out of a dumpster, and I got this thing running, and then I found a free jet ski trailer, and I fixed it up and put all the cool lighting on it. This was actually a really cool project because in total, since I got the jet ski trailer for free and the dumpster jet ski for free, I spent a total of $300 on this whole project, and I sold it for $1,500. So I made $1,200 off that. That was a pretty cool project, and I actually filmed this whole thing on my YouTube channel. The editing is not as great since it was a long time ago, but if you want to go check that out, it was really sweet series, and the fact that it was out of a dumpster and we got it running and revived it was pretty dope. Along with this four-wheeler right here, this was another really successful project. I got it for $1,000. I ended up figuring out it was a bad starter, threw a $60 starter in, along with putting new tires on it, and did some like cool stuff like painting the rims black just to make it look cooler. And I ended up selling that for $3,300, so I was about $1,600 into it and made $1,700 on it. So that was a really cool project. And a lot of these are really cool. Like this one I got for free, which I have still right now, but if I sell that, it's gonna be basically 100% profit. So that would be a good money maker too. And then this is a 2002 Honda Rubicon. This was also a pretty cool project. Got it for $1,500 when I was way young. And I think I put like $200 into it, and then I sold it for $2,700. So I made $900. So back then that was a pretty big profit for me. This Jeep I made $2,000 off of. So yeah, just working on all these cool projects has allowed me to be able to make money, have fun, and own cool things. Here's the current situation with the projects. Got myself a jet ski right here, a four-wheeler, and another four-wheeler over there, 2 motorcycles, and a snowmobile. The boat is at storage along with my utility trailer. I keep that at storage, and my Mustang is right now stored away for the winter. So yeah, and my truck is sitting right out there. This jet ski right here is my most recent purchase. If you haven't checked out the YouTube video, definitely go check that out. I got this 2011 4-cylinder fuel-injected jet ski for $500. I'm telling you, this USA-made trailer that's aluminum is worth way more than $500. So going into this project, I already knew I was gonna make easily $500 to $1,000 just off this trailer, okay? So keep that in mind. And then if I got this jet ski to work, it was just gonna be a bonus to the profit. So the next day after purchasing it, I got the jet ski running. Go check out the video, see what was wrong with it. And yeah, so now I have this insanely good deal I just got. And my previous jet skis, my first one was a 2-stroke, and I did not have much success with that. The dude apparently fully rebuilt it, and I never could get that thing to run right, and I kind of took a hit on it. You do on some projects, maybe. I think I've had like 3 unsuccessful projects out of the like over 30 projects I've had, so yeah. And then my dumpster jet ski, I made $1,200 off of it, but I felt like every time we'd go out to the lake, something would go wrong. So I never had a lot of trust in it, because what I've learned with 2-stroke jet skis is they're just not really reliable. Like, yeah, if you rebuilt it probably and redid everything on them, but when they're that old and they're still original, it's just, there's just so many problems that go wrong. So this jet ski here is a 2011. and it's modernized with fuel injection and all the goodies. So its goal is to redeem me on that jet skis are awesome, because every time I've rented a jet ski, I've had such a fun time, and these are basically like your rental jet ski right here. So I'm hoping to have a lot of fun with this thing and be able to have something that's reliable out on the water, especially with my boat out there. If something goes wrong, we can either have the jet ski tow it back, or vice versa, the boat can tow the jet ski back. So yeah, I can't wait to see what we can do with this project and how much money we can make off of it, because these jet skis, I see a few of them selling for like $5,000. So the fact that we got this for 500 bucks and it runs now, and I have the titles to both of them, we can expect a decent amount of profit on it. So this should be a really cool series. So you guys are joining in just in time to see what we do with this thing. Coming over here, we got the two motorcycles. So these things, that one's my uncle's. So that one I like a lot. I got it for 500 bucks. I don't plan on ever selling it because it's kind of like a family pass down thing. It's a 1982 Yamaha Exciter. Has like 1,500 miles on it. So it's pretty original, and it's just a fun thing to have, and it runs good. So I like to go on cruises with it. This I bought for $800. It's a 2002 Suzuki GZ250. I absolutely hate it, to be honest. It's actually a really nice cruiser bike. It goes 70 miles per hour, and I never feel uncomfortable on it. Like that one, my back will start to hurt after a while. This one is just such a comfortable bike. I feel like I could go on a road trip for like 15 hours on it and be fine. But what I don't like about it is the dude cut the exhaust, the baffle out of it, so it's insanely loud. It just makes it really unenjoyable on longer cruises, even though it's perfect for those. So I also think it makes it have an idle issue with the carburetor, with no back pressure to the exhaust. So that's kind of unfortunate. But I'm looking to get rid of it and sell it here soon. But since I got it for so cheap, we could probably turn a profit on it, but it's gonna be like just a couple $100. And then my snowmobile, I gotta ride it once this year because we barely got any snow. But this thing gets the views on YouTube. I'm telling you, like, this thing was getting thousands of views easily. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? My four-wheeler videos and jet ski videos don't do that. But here's my most recent four-wheeler. It's a 2012 Polaris Sportsman 400. It doesn't have the CCs, but it has just nice suspension, and it's super comfortable, and I ripped the crap out of it. It holds up, it doesn't fall apart, so I've had so much fun on this thing. Even though it's only 400cc, it's plenty to have fun on. And then right here we have my 2005 Polaris Sportsman 700 that's fuel injected. This thing is very powerful and super fun. It has a winch on the front, and I went to the Badlands a couple times with it, and I just had so much fun with it. And once I figure out the issue we're struggling with right now, which is it has no spark, I plan on selling it, and we'll probably make around a $500 profit on it, which is not bad at all for the amount of use I got out of it. I went to the off-road park twice with it and beat the crap out of it, and I also made a ton of YouTube videos with it that you guys have loved. And these, whenever something goes wrong on it and I post a video on it, they get a lot of views because apparently a lot of people have the same problems with these Polarises, and I've enjoyed being able to help you guys out on fixing your four-wheelers too. My hand is getting tired from holding my camera, but we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna set you guys down and we're gonna talk. So after talking about all these wonderful projects that I have had and that I do still have, you can kind of see that I'm addicted to doing this kind of stuff. But I've been focusing a lot more on quality over quantity. So that's something I've learned with having so many projects, is you get to a point where you've had so many things, so now you're just more focused on wanting it in its best form, if that makes sense. So like for a four-wheeler, I want a newer one, and I want I don't want like four-wheelers. I want a newer four-wheeler that works good. So right now I have two, I would say, very nice four-wheelers, and they both, well, they did both work well. But with riding them, you break stuff and then you gotta fix it. So this little 700 has just a tiny little hiccup. We'll figure it out in a YouTube video I'll post, and anybody else who's struggling with spark on theirs will be able to figure out their problem pretty easily. But there are no videos on this, so I'm going to provide one here soon. And then you guys won't have to struggle like I am. So yeah, I was a high schooler, and now I'm in college doing 21 credit hours this semester. So this is a perfect side hustle for me to make extra money, along with I do have a job. So going to school, having a job, and working on these side projects along with making YouTube videos for you guys is a lot of work, but it's something I enjoy doing, and it's just rewarding, and you get to have all these cool projects that allow for you to have all these cool activities. Like, who wouldn't want to go tubing or off-roading, or heck, going on a cruise on some motorcycles, riding a golf cart around, snowmobiling out in the ditches. So it's just fun, and I've enjoyed it. And if you guys are looking to get into doing this and you're in high school or in college, I definitely recommend it. I'm not saying you have to go out and buy a $4,000 four-wheeler or like something expensive. Like I said, I bought this four-wheeler right here for $250, my first one ever, and I ended up selling it for $1,100. So you can go from having a $200 budget to having an $1,100 budget so easily just by one project. So yeah, if you guys are looking to get into it, just find something you can afford, and I'd say purchase it, and once you sell it and the profit you make off that, you can just slowly work up. So yeah, just don't get too many projects that you can't handle. That's something I'm kind of pushing the boundary of, but like I kind of talk myself out of the scenario that I have too many projects by saying, well, I need a four-wheeler so I can go off-roading, I need a motorcycle so I can cruise, I want a snowmobile in case it snows, and a jet ski for the water along with my boat if I have passengers, you know, and then my trailer because I gotta haul all these projects. So yeah, but don't be the guy that buys every good deal he finds, because you're gonna build up too many projects that you're not gonna be able to get around to, and you're gonna have a whole bunch of quantity but you won't have any quality. So that's something I've learned with owning all these projects is, say a $500 four-wheeler pops up right now, I'm not gonna go buy it just because it's a good deal, because I already have two four-wheelers right now and I don't need a third one, and it's just gonna be a project that is gonna be pushed aside, or it's gonna push aside another project I have to do. So yeah, I tell myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna miss out on this really good deal, but next week there's gonna be a new $500 four-wheeler deal. So, or next month, whenever I'm done with a project and I'm ready for a new one, there's gonna be a good deal that I'm gonna be able to purchase. So don't sweat missing out on this good deal, because you're just gonna make yourself swamped with the amount of projects you have, and then you're not gonna get any work done at all. So after getting a few comments on how I'm able to do this, or how I have all this stuff, I thought I'd make this cool little video on my little timeline of my projects over the years and how I got started into all this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the awesome jet ski project we have just purchased, along with, we're going to be firing up the boat project again, so that's going to be super fun, along with the Mustang content will be coming back now that winter is ending, along with four-wheeler content is always going to be going, especially with the new property we got. And expect a little shed build coming up here, or a new shop, I guess you could say, build. That will be closer to summer. So I got a lot coming. A lot of you guys have been subscribing recently, so if you're a new subscriber, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, you don't want to miss out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.